Are you debating between the iPad Air 4 and iPad Air 5? In March 2022, Apple had a peak performance event where it revealed the iPad Air 5 2022. But the big issue is, should you purchase it? Fortunately for you, we've put the two iPads head-to-head to see which one is best for you. So join us as we discuss iPad Air 5 comparison. What the iPad Air 4 is missing. Let's jump right into it. Number 6. Display. Display-wise, the new iPad is comparable to its predecessor. Both gadgets have a totally laminated layer that is resistant to fingerprints and has a low reflectance of 1.8%. If the display is your biggest priority, you don't necessarily need to pay extra on the iPad Air 5. Due to the similarity of the chassis designs, it is not unexpected that both iPad Air versions include a 10.9-inch liquid retina display. You get the same 2360 by 1640 resolution with 264 pixels per inch, P3 color gamut, True Tone technology, and 500 nits of brightness. Number 5. Battery life. Both versions have amazing battery life, however. It does vary depending on what you're doing. According to Apple, the battery life of the iPad Air 4 and iPad Air 5 is the same. You should be able to watch videos or browse the web for 10 hours on Wi-Fi and 9 hours on a cellular network, using the 28.6 watt-hour batteries that power each gadget. Although we did see more battery loss when we performed more demanding activities, such as straining its M1 chip in testing applications, we were otherwise equally delighted with the iPad Air 5. Number 4. Features and storage. Touch ID is one of Apple's signature features. These iPads don't have Face IDs, but they do have Touch IDs on the lock button, which can be used to securely enter into accounts and confirm transactions. The iPad Air 4 and iPad Air 5 share the same 64 GB or 256 GB of storage, a smart connector for fast connecting additional cases and keyboards, and support for the second-generation Apple Pencil. But there is one significant distinction. Each device features a USB-C connector, however, the one on the iPad Air 5 is much quicker, reaching 10 gigabits per second as opposed to 5 gigabits per second on the iPad Air 4.
Impressive.
If you often attach external devices, like a camera or SD card reader, you'll value the iPad Air 5's port's faster performance. To be sure you understand what I mean, we will compare the performances later in the video, so stick with us. Number 3. Camera. Both versions share the same 12MP lens on their back cameras. The front-facing shooter, on the other hand, gives a different narrative, and the camera similarities stop there. Apple replaced the iPad Air 4's 7MP camera with a new 12MP lens in the iPad Air 5. Furthermore, Apple's center stage technology is compatible with the front-facing camera. Case in point, if you move or someone else enters the frame, this automatically crops you into the image in compatible applications and changes the frame.
Awesome.
Additionally, the iPad Air 5's new 12MP camera has a better f2.4 aperture over the iPad Air 4's f2.2 aperture and can zoom out 2 times when its predecessor couldn't zoom out at all. More comprehensive video recording settings, including additional frame rate options, are available on both the front and rear cameras. Now even 9-year-olds have an iPad. When I was 8, I felt cool with my Mickey Mouse talking phone. I wonder if they would have a bad throwback picture when they grow up. Anyway, if you want more information about what Apple is up to, subscribe to our channels with notifications to stay updated. Number 2. Performance. In terms of features and cameras, thus far, the iPad Air 5 has a little advantage that is still discernible. However, one area where it significantly widens its advantage is performance. That is because of its far more potent chip. The iPad Air 5 uses the same desktop M1 processor that was previously found in the MacBook Pro, whereas the iPad Air 4 uses a mobile-class A14 Bionic CPU. It is really quick with creative software like Affinity Photo and LumaFusion. The A14 was already a fantastic chip, so you may not need the M1's additional power, but there's no denying that it's a significant improvement. The iPad Air 5 has a 5G connection, which is something else to keep in mind. even if 5G isn't yet accessible to everyone. We're not upset that it's there. Number 1. Price. Apple no longer sells the iPad Air 4 online or in stores as of the release of the iPad Air 5.
Bummer.
However, it doesn't imply you can't get it elsewhere, as many independent merchants continue to offer it for sale.
Yay!
If you desire a tablet from the previous generation, now is a wonderful time to purchase one since there are currently some excellent discounts available. Apple advertises the 64GB variant for the iPad Air 5 for $599 for the Wi-Fi model and $749 for the Wi-Fi plus cellular model. Both of those costs rise to $749 and $899 when the storage capacity is increased to 256GB. Our verdict. So, what is our stance on this iPad Air 4 versus iPad Air 5 full comparison? In many ways, the iPad Air 4 and iPad Air 5 are very identical to one another. They both have the same display, similar chassis, and nearly the same amount of battery life. The iPad Air 5 is without a doubt a more advanced technical device. It performs much better thanks to a faster USB-C port and a camera setup with more functions. Even though it will cost more, if you really need those extra functions, it is your best choice and well worth the extra money. If you want to learn more about the iPad Air 5, check out our video, Is iPad Air 5 Worth Buying 2022? Ultimate How-To Guide to Buy New iPad Air 5.